country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. And where my fathers died, land of the pilgrims right, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
An F-16 aircraft that has been procured and is now on static display at Highland Home School. And it's been there for several years, and it was in need of being repainted. It needed to be repaired. And so I was approached by a member of the organization on that team to ask if we could help with that. I made that as a motion, and of course it was at that time was brought up that, well, you know, that's not directly helping a veteran, an individual veteran. So my motion failed. But I want to thank our comrade over here, Bugman. Everybody knows him as Bugman. And he said, well, I'll just take and we'll pass the hat, and we'll see who wants to donate to that project. And I am proud to say and thank you that by passing the hat, we collected $300 for that project. And thanks to you. And it has a special meaning to me because that was the aircraft that came on when I was at Danley when we transitioned from the F-4 to the F-16. And I've delivered many ammunition to that aircraft. And Robert Owen, he is probably done lots of things on that aircraft, but even before it became a static display. So I sent the email out. Everybody, well, I think that just went to the ones that were involved with it. But I'll send an email out showing what it looks like today. It's an excellent display. There's the monument down there to World War II veterans. It's very, very well designed and very, very well kept up. So at this time, so as I said, right, we served in Iraq together and in the 187th Fighter Wing for many years. And Robert, on behalf of the post of VFW Post 96, we'd like to present this check to the jet repair team at Highland Home with our thanks, and appreciate you keeping that up.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for this. We do appreciate it. We got behind the power curve a little bit. I hope you don't mind if I say a few words. I got a couple of presentations for y'all and myself. But we got behind the power curve. It was 15 years when we initially put that jet up in the air. And we got a lot of complaints this past summer prior, but I had some things on the home front that I just couldn't get to the jet in time. But we finally knocked it out the last month prior to school starting. It was a great undertaking. I had the opportunity to get the sling one more time from Danley Field. That's probably going to be the last time it's going to come off the pedestal unless we get one shipped in from another unit. But what we did this year is we were a little bit more proactive on the paint. Paint has gotten, technology has gotten better, and we put a better quality paint on it, and then we clear coated it. So our goal is 5 years from now, and we're going to get a buy-in from the school. They're not going to like me very much, but I don't want to take money from the kids. But we're going to ask for 10% of their football ticket sales. So if they sell $700 in ticket sales, that's $70 a game that they can put aside in the jet upkeep fund. So the community doesn't have to go around and try to scramble to get the money. So 5 years from now, what we'll do is we'll just run a lift, we'll pressure wash it, and then we'll spray a clear coat back on it. We feel like that's going to keep it up a little bit better. And like Robert was saying, this is not just a mascot for the school. This is a veterans memorial. We've got a couple of memorials. I guess we'll already get those pictures to you. We've got one for our World War II veterans. The high school football team actually left the school. They quit school to go join the military to serve in World War II. And so we got a memorial there honoring them. We have all the flags except for Space Force. I don't know if I'm ever going to get a flag for Space Force, but we'll have to procure another pole if we do. But I do have a presentation for all the past, present, and future members of the Smith-Wynn Post 96.
Let's just cut it.
Some of y'all got hearing aids like me, so that's like
Great technology.
Yeah. I've got a flag certificate here. This flag flew over the skies of Iraq. Actually took some terrorists out with some bombs that were dropped on it. It was flown on September 11th. Of 2014, an aircraft 870336. That's my old jet I used to crew. But it says here, let it be known that this flag represents American resolve following attacks on September 11, 2001, and bears witnesses to the destruction of terrorist forces threatening the United States of America and the world. This flag was flown over the skies of Afghanistan on a combat aboard, a combat sortie aboard an F-16C plus Block 30 Viper, assigned to the 100 Expeditionary Fighter Squadron at Bagram Airfield, Afghanistan. It was flown by Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Slam Strandberg, and I'd like to present this to your post.
Thank you.
And then we got one more. This is from the 100 Expeditionary Fighter Squadron Operation Inherent Resolve. This is to certify the accompanying flag of the United States of America flew aboard an F-16C 880398 through the enemy skies of Iraq and Syria on 25 December 2017 during a combat mission in support of Operation Inherent Resolve. This is presented to the Smith-Wynn Post 96. Just a little tidbit about this aircraft, 880398. It dropped the bomb on Carr. It was the Alabama F-16.
And I was there then. We were responsible for that.
Thank y'all so much again. We hope that jet makes you proud when you go down through Highland home. Take a stop at it. It gets a lot of photos, people coming in and out, and we're proud.
I was worried I was coming back from a funeral and stopped by there, and I said, well, I'm going to go on school property. Security might come out and get me, but I guess they have enough visitors to there that
they're stopping constantly in the summertime when school's out, and a lot of photos are being taken of the aircraft. And this year we put lights on it. So the wingtip formation position lights at night, they got LED lights, so at nighttime you can see those pretty blue and red lights on it.
Fantastic.
Thank you again.
Thank you, Rio. Well, I call him Rio. That's what his name was in the Guard. It's Robert Owen. I know when I was out there at one time, I asked somebody, we need to see Rio on the flight line. They're like, who? Robert Owen.
So I started out as a crew chief, and we crossed touch bases on the flight line, and then we ended up working together in quality assurance on the tail end of your career. So that's where I left that. That was very rewarding.
Well, this was a great group of professionals to work with.
Cleanest jet.
That's right.
I had the cleanest jet.
That's right.
Well maintained.
Right. And what most people don't understand is like, for all of you that have old cars, you keep up an old car, you know everything about that car. And so that's like in the Guard. These jets are maintained a lot of times by people for 10 and 15 years.
Yeah.
The same aircraft. and they know everything about that plane. They know, well, this is good, we're gonna have to take it through phase a few hours early than normal, because it just has those little quirks about it. Or you gotta, you know, when something happens, you just go in there and rat cat on it with the wrench a little bit, and it's fine for the next several flights. But it was an honor to serve with this man of God, and representative of our country and our nation and of school, and I appreciate it so much.
Appreciate it.